So oftentimes girls like to initiate like conversations with me. How do I act in this situation? Like I don't want to be too needy and immediately start talking to her like for 30 minutes straight. Like I'm just answering. So what should I do? Should I just if she, for example, gives me a question, should I like answer and break the conversation as fast as possible and then proceed for the next days, or like what should I do?
Okay. It's talking about texting, right?
No, bro, it's in college, you know.
No, but okay, when you're saying proceed to next date, I mean like this is in between you're talking about, right? Like in between the dates, you're wondering what you should do. Should you text her or should you just immediately go to the next phase?
Yeah, exactly. Like should I
Yeah.
text her or yeah?
No, not really. You
Okay,
want to you
okay.
want to
Yeah.
limit that as much as possible, right? You want to focus. You want to make sure all your interaction is in person. And the main reason is this. A lot of guys ask me this question, but this is the main
Mhm.
reason. You want to be able to have as much control over the interaction as possible. So, for
Okay.
example, when I say this, I don't mean control the other person. I mean control over the interaction. So,
Okay.
if you're talking to her about some whatever it is,
Okay.
and maybe you say something in a certain tone of voice as a joke, and then she interprets it the wrong way and
Yeah.
takes it weird. Well, in person, you can read her response and then fix that. Whereas in text or whatever, you
Mhm.
can't really do that. So, when once the damage is done, the damage is done.
Mhm.
So, it just opens the door to, ruining something that you didn't have to. This is why I don't really believe in texting too much. Also, it's hard to be engaging in text all the time. At some point, it becomes boring because there's only so much you
Okay.
can text about. Like, sure, you
Yeah.
can text about daily happenings or whatever, fine. But even then, I don't really like believe in that too much. So yeah, if I was you, avoid over texting. Try to keep it
Yeah.
as low as possible. If she texts you, that's fine. Send her a few responses here and there, right? But don't be the one
Okay.
to constantly engage in text conversation. Try to
Mhm.
convert into in person as much as you can.
Okay. And what if I'm in the same environment as her, like every day? Should I? How should I use it?
What do you mean? Oh, like yeah, at school, for example.
Exactly. Not school. It's university. But yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I
okay.
mean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so if you once you start the encounter, once you start engaging with her on a romantic
Mhm.
basis, you have to avoid her as much
Mhm.
as possible in school.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. You want to limit your exposure because now you're entering into a
Okay,
different
but
zone. So you want to build up some level of excitement. But if she knows she can see you all the time, there's not as much of
mhm.
a push to see you, and like that push to see you is required early on. So you don't
Okay,
want to
but
be
how?
okay, go ahead.
Sorry, you can proceed. Proceed, sir.
No, I was just saying, like, yeah, you have to be careful about limiting your exposure. And if you're in the same class, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be tough, obviously, because you're in the same lecture hall. So you want to try to sit in a
Yeah.
place where she doesn't can't find you, or whatever. Now, if she comes and finds you and sits beside you, so be it,
Mhm.
right? Just don't be the one to go searching her out, try to sit beside her. Don't do that. Okay, try to stay away as much as you can, and don't look for her when she's not when she's in the class. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so just to understand, it's not like a girl I dated. It's just a new girl who shows interest. You know, I never met her before. It's the first time, and I see that she's interested in me.
Hmm.
And but as you know, the girl won't ask me for a date or something.
No.
So I need to yeah, exactly. So somehow I need to initiate it.
Yes.
But as you say, I can't like talk to her as much. So what? How could I like
Okay, so you're talking
set
about
it?
early
Yeah,
phases here. Okay, well, in this case, in the early
exactly.
phases, yeah, you have to obviously you have to. So what you do is this is the normal trajectory, right? You got to catch her in a situation where you can talk to her, create something. That's my view. So you should create some sort of dynamic with her, right? Gauge her, whatever, get to talk to her, make her laugh, whatever. In a classroom setting, it's fine. And then eventually,
Hmm.
once you get her number and convert to Instagram or phone number, at that point, once you can secure the date, then you want to create that distance. But first, yeah, first obviously you can't create too much distance because how are you supposed to talk to her in the first place, right? So you have to,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, you have to be crafty with it. You don't want to be too exposed, but you don't want to give too little exposure either. You have to play it correctly.
What do you think? Like after how many interactions with her should I like initiate like a date, a private date?
There's no hard number, man. It's all based on vibe. It's all based on what she gives you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask too, I had like 1 month no contact with someone, and then she started to text me again. How do I react?
Be patient, wait a bit, and then respond back. But yeah, usually if she comes back after a month of no contact, that's a good sign. But yeah, don't just rush into it. But yeah, eventually you can respond, right? Just don't be so easy now. Oh, you can come back whenever you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you, but don't expect like me to play ball with you.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Pierre.
no
Have a
worries,
good
man.
one.
You too, man. If you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel and check out my website in the description to book a call. Thanks for watching.